What is going on, Flex Zone family? It's your boy Byron Dixon, the host with the Moist, God's favorite host, and I'm back with another video here on the Flex Zone Podcast YouTube channel. Before we get started and into this hot, juicy wrestling news, a few housekeeping rules, please, if you could, before we get started, tap in with the Flex Zone Podcast. Hit that bell for all notifications. Hit that like button. It helps out the channel, helps us create more content like this, and it helps keep you in the loop of what's going on in the world of sports, wrestling, and so on and so forth as we do it all here on the Flex Zone, the only place giving you your sports how you want it, when you need it. And more importantly, please subscribe to the channel. We appreciate it. Our flagship podcast is Mondays, 10 p.m. live on YouTube, as well as our other social media platforms, the Flex Zone 1. Check that ticker down below, as well as you can donate to the channel if you would like directly. We appreciate all donations. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, my name is Byron Dixon, host of the Flex Zone, God's favorite host, the host with the Moist. We the ones acknowledge us as we are the head of the sports podcast table. But I'm here today with some breaking wrestling news. And when I read this, I was flabbergasted, discombobulated, and I was a little bit unsure of what the hell I was reading. I thought it was a joke, as it was early this morning, maybe about, if you're on East Coast time like myself, probably a little bit after 10:15, 10:20, news start coming out that Cody and Brandy Rhodes are leaving AEW. I'm in a couple wrestling group chats with some good brothers, and we share news and information and jabs all day about wrestling and whatever. And I saw it posted, and I said, okay. Then I saw a lot of the dirt sheets, the Ariel Helwanis and Brian Alvarez and Sean Ross Sapp, all these people who are in the know, have sources within WWE and AEW and so on and so forth, are reporting that Cody and his wife Brandy are leaving AEW. So that got me to thinking, okay, is this legit? And then not even a minute later, probably, I will actually tell you guys the details at 10:04 a.m. Excuse me. So I probably found out about 5 to 10 minutes after it came out at 10:04 a.m. on February 15th, 2022. Happy belated Valentine's Day to everybody out there. Hope you had a great day. And if you're alone or single, love yourself, because nobody else will love you better than you can love yourself. But remember, 10:04 a.m. February 15th, 2022, AEW, the official All Elite Wrestling AEW at AEW Twitter handle, released a tweet. Thank you, Cody and Brandy Rhodes. As I said, at 10:04 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, February 15th, 2022. As you can see in front of me, I have it so you guys can read along with me as I read the statement and get into it. Cody and Brandy Rhodes were integral to the launch of All Elite Wrestling. Cody's ability, combined with his boldness and his passion for our industry and his love for community outreach, helped the AEW deliver on our mission to give fans what they needed far too long, something new, innovative, and lasting. He definitely has done that. Brandy helped us shape the AEW story, and I appreciate how hard she fought for us both in the ring and out of the ring, competing in the women's division while advancing our efforts at inclusion and civic causes, including great partnerships with Culture City and the American Heart Association. I have immense respect and appreciation for Cody and Brandy, and I wish them both the best as they move on from AEW. Thank you, Cody and Brandy. Tony Khan, CEO, President, General Manager, and Head of Creative, All Elite Wrestling. As you can see. And of course, the replies start coming in. Is he going back to WWE? What's next? Is he getting into acting? What happens to his reality show as they were on Turner Network because of AEW? What happens with Rose to the Top? Never watched it, probably never will. Sorry, Cody. I love your in-ring work, but not a fan of the reality TV stuff. Ms. and Mrs., Total Divas. What is it? Being Bellas, Totally Better, Bellas, all that goofy stuff. Either way, after reading that, I'll just break it down line by line and give you my thoughts and details and kind of go more into it. Cody and Brandy were integral to the launch of All Elite Wrestling. I completely agree with that. They both were a part of this company, especially with Cody. I don't think this company is what it is today. In my opinion, the best wrestling promotion in the world without Cody and what he helped build. Cody's ability, combined with his boldness and passion for our industry, his love for community outreach, helped AEW deliver on our mission to give fans what they needed far too long, something new, innovative, and lasting. He's given us something new, something innovative, something lasting. His ability in and out of the ring, his promo work, his ability to connect with the fans or not connect with the fans as they boo him and cuss him out, but he's done a lot of great charity work. He's very given to the fans. He does great at conventions. He helps a lot of the associations that they work with. He does a lot giving away his weight belt, just acknowledging people, giving backstage access, and he's been that type of guy. Brandi as chief brand officer, CBO, chief brand officer, much like Stephanie McMahon in WWE. Brandi helped shape the AEW story, and I appreciate how hard she fought for us both in the ring and out of the ring. Of course, Brandi's work is going to be known for me more out of the ring, as she did civic causes. As they said, they do great things with Culture City, which I believe is in the Jacksonville, Florida area, which is a organization which they partner with. And of course, the American Heart Association. Culture City, I believe, helps youth and I believe individuals who may be homeless, etc. And the American Heart Association, as well, as they have merchandise and different things they do to bring awareness to these causes and these organizations, which I love. And I mean, all these big companies do it. So I have immense respect. This is Tony talking. An appreciation for Cody and Brandi, as you should, and I wish them both the best as they move on from AEW. Thank you, Cody and Brandi. Now, there were rumors, I would say, earlier this year, maybe the end of last year, that Cody had some, well, this was last year, that there was some rift between the executive vice presidents of AEW, Kenny Omega, Cody Rhodes, the Young Bucks, those individuals. There was some riff-raff between them. Whatever, however, product still was good. Didn't pay too much to that. And then there were reports, like I said, at the end of last year, going into this year, that maybe Cody was having his contract about to expire. He's with them since 2018. It's now 2022. His contract is probably about to expire. What's next for Cody? And he even cut a promo after he lost to Sammy Guevara, the undisputed TNT champion, during that great ladder match at Beach Break, that I'm working without a contract. I can't go to the pay window. I don't know how I'm going to support my family. I have a newborn daughter, XYZ. Seemed like a work, obviously, but there may have been some truth to that. Now, we know Cody's not hurting for money, obviously, with his merchandising and his name appeal alone, especially now with it being elevated after being in AEW. I have no issue with that. I think he's going to be all right financially, as will Brandi, because she has a lot of probably opportunities outside the ring as well. Former model, beautiful woman, beautiful black queen, happy Black History Month. But as I say that, Cody leaving AEW, I did not see that coming literally. I figured he may take some time away. Figured they were saying, hey, Cody turned heel. He's saying, I'm never going to turn. It's not in me, XYZ. We know how that went. He's a judge on the Go Big Show. What happens with that? Does he no longer, if they bring the Go Big Show back for season 3, is he still going to be a part of that show as a judge? Who knows? May get replaced, as they replaced Snoop Dogg last year with the celebrity aspect. But no Cody, former 3-time TNT champion. Definitely one of the most recognizable names in the company. Obviously, we are familiar with the Shovel, as he has won some matches maybe he shouldn't have, but I will give him credit. He has helped put over some guys to help make them stars. When Brody Lee, rest in peace to the great Brody Lee, came over to AEW, that feud with Cody was awesome. And when he put Cody in the dog collar and Anna Jay choked out Brandi, and he was the TNT champion holding it over Cody's lifeless body at the end of a Saturday Night Dynamite, was just a great visual for what we saw, and I love what I saw from that. That was a great feud, and it led to the dog collar match with Cody winning it back. Cody was the inaugural TNT champion. I didn't agree at the time. He should have won it over Lance Archer, but he did a good job with the belt with the open challenge. Let's not forget that. He, similarly like John Cena did with the US Open Challenge, we saw Cody similarly do that with AEW as they were building up this TNT championship and making it mean something. You saw guys come from other promotions, the Forbidden Door. As Cody said, he's one of the people who opened or created this Forbidden Door that we speak of in professional wrestling now. Defending it against guys like, I just could think off the top, Ricky Starks. Him and Cody obviously are good friends, but the match they had, the Open Challenge, it exposed me. I never really knew who Ricky Starks was. I knew he was in NWA. That's basically it. Good to see the brother get an opportunity. He shows his ass off, and he does amazing in the ring, can talk out of the ring, has a charisma, obviously can have a future in the ring, out of the ring as a manager, and even on commentary. And I love seeing that from a guy that we knew nothing about probably a year ago. So seeing guys like Ricky Starks get an opportunity, the matches he had with Darby Allin, eventually putting over Darby Allin as Darby won the TNT championship from Cody. The situation with Sandy, even though I didn't like the decision for him to win at the Christmas edition of Rampage, it allowed to set up that great ladder match, and he put Sammy over. Now Sammy's the undisputed TNT champion. So, like I said, the feud with Brody Lee, the feud with Malachi Black. Yes, they fought way too many times. I believe, what, 4 times, something like that. But Malachi Black made him just a bigger star, just the way he came out and attacked Arn Anderson and Cody. Amazing, beautiful. I loved this. I loved it. I mean, even go back to Cody's inaugural feuds in AEW. The match he had with Jericho, where it was at Full Gear in Baltimore, which I was at, and that was a hell of a match. Cody busting his head wide open and losing to Jericho after MJF throws in the towel, which leads to the MJF heel turn, which was one of the best heel turns, which we all knew was coming, which was amazing, and it was great. And we saw that, I believe, at Full Gear when he lost. He threw in the towel and he turned on Cody. And now MJF is the greatest heel in professional wrestling, and already one of the greatest heels of all time at such a young, tender age. And he will be a future AEW World Champion in not many months. We'll get back to that later when that time comes. But seeing what Cody has done with some of the people in the AEW has been fantastic. It's been amazing. And I have not agreed with everything he's done. All of his matches haven't been fantastic, but he's had some meaningful feuds. He's put over some guys, and he has probably won some matches he shouldn't have won, like Anthony Ogogo. Kind of ruined his white hot momentum as being another guy in AEW could build around. But maybe now, without Cody and Tony Khan bringing in more big names like a Keith Lee, probably more names to come later this year. Jeff Hardy has been thrown around, which we probably see. This gives the opportunity now for him to be in a situation where he can look at it and you have more room at the top. You don't have to worry about Cody being EVP and him getting his time. I would not be surprised if Cody takes time away from wrestling for a while. I know people are going to say, oh, he's going back to WWE. He may get the push he deserved, may be able to be a top guy, this or that. That could be true. And if he goes back to WWE, I hope and pray they utilize him correctly and that he can be the top guy he deserves to be, as he's shown he can be. Let's not forget, Cody left WWE. Bet on himself. Always say bet on yourself. Kids, everybody watching this video, he bet on himself. It's sacrificial. It can be tough as hell. But when you bet on yourself, look, good things can happen. Left WWE. Did some time in Ring of Honor. Did some time in NWA. Did some time in New Japan. Then he helps build and launch AEW. By that time, Cody's already a made man. He's a star internationally and globally. Maybe he wasn't before WWE, because honestly, he was probably just looked at as the great Dusty Rhodes' son, the brother of Dustin Rhodes, who probably was a little more popular because of the Goldust persona. But he comes to AEW, puts on a hell of a match with his brother. Like I said, that set it off right there. He had a hell of a match with his brother right there to set it off at Double or Nothing. Hell of a match. And like I said, he's done a great job with a lot of things he's done in AEW. Yes, he has won some matches maybe he shouldn't have, but who hasn't? And I can't put that all on him. Tony Khan, I'm sure, signed off on it as well. So Tony Khan likes to appease his guys, his wrestlers, his lady wrestlers, everybody. And I'm sure he understood, Cody is one of the biggest stars I have. I have to keep him happy. And I'm not mad at that, because looking back at where AEW was then and where it is now, I didn't know it would be as good as it is now. And I liked it back then. So to see the growth of the company in 3 years, going on, 4? It's been amazing. I can't wait to see what the next 3 to 4 bring as they bring in more talent, develop more of their own talent, and really find their niche, as I think they're really starting to hit their stride. Moving to TBS. Rampage is doing well, in my opinion, with an hour. We'll see. But Brandy, before this, I think Cody, they were headed towards a Dan Lambert American Top Team feud, and Brandy Rhodes was going to go against, I believe, what was it, Ivy from American Top Team. They were building to that, I'm guessing, at Revolution or something. Well, we don't have to worry about that. Now, looking at what is going on now with Cody, I don't know. I think he takes time away from wrestling. I don't know if he jumps immediately back to WWE. And right now, would he? I mean, they're in the middle of WrestleMania season. And I don't know if he has a 90-day non-compete. Maybe, maybe not. AEW has a working relationship with a lot of promotions. Obviously not WWE. But could we see him rejoin WWE right now in the middle of WrestleMania season? Don't think that's going to be smart for Cody because he's just coming back, so he's going to literally start probably from the mid card to work his way back up to the top. Do I think that he should come back later this year after WrestleMania? Maybe as a big surprise, as they do on the Raw after WrestleMania is full of surprises and the biggest Raw of the year. I don't know if I want him back in WWE. I mean, they are probably going to, obviously, they let him use his name, Cody Rhodes, American Nightmare. I'm sure he can use that. And he would probably be able to put on some great matches. He got people to feud with. I mean, AJ Styles, and you can put him up against Roman. You can put him up against Shinsuke Nakamura. You can put him up against a Cesaro. I mean, these are guys he may have fought in the past. You can put him up against a Seth Rollins. You can put him up against a Big E. You can put him up against a, what am I thinking? I don't know. Almost. He did a match with Shaq, damn it. And he made it look good. Helped make Jade a made woman now. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I would love to hear your thoughts, guys, on Cody and Brandi Rhodes leaving AEW. I think personally Cody should take time away. And I wouldn't be surprised if there is a rekindling of a relationship down the line for him to go back to AEW. Maybe it's not in the next 3 months or the next 6 months or the next 9 months. Maybe not even in the next year. But who knows? A year and a half, 2 years from now, could Cody come back and be a big name and just pop the crowd as a surprise return when we thought maybe we would never see him in the AEW ring again? I don't know. Does someone else elevate to an EVP for the Cody and or as Brandi as Chief Brand Officer? Does somebody elevate to that? Does Tony Khan elevate somebody from within or go outside to get a name who's out there who has been released maybe by WWE or is out there on the unemployment line or somebody who could be a great face as one of these? I don't know. I think maybe they don't need any more EVPs or that title, whatever. It's just probably not needed. They did it. Leave it be where it is. I like how the Young Bucks turned it and said EVPs, extremely violent people, but that gif of Jesus was me. Like, oh, really? He's leaving. Okay, 3 reputable sources and then an official statement from AEW this morning at 10:04 a.m. I hope you guys had a great Valentine's Day because the day after Valentine's Day, woo, it is keeping the heart rate jumping. I tell you. But I would like to hear what you guys say. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on Cody and Brandi leaving AEW. Honestly, I like Brandi out of the ring more than in the ring. I liked her, she's in Cody's corner. I like how she has helped the women's division. I think if you see, it looks like she has a good relationship with Jade, helping her, Red Velvet, obviously probably Dr. DMD, amongst others, to help ensure they're getting what they need as women in the world of professional wrestling and in this company. And I think she's done a good job with that, as I said, with Culture City, American Heart Association, a former model. She's a former ring announcer in WWE, how she and Cody started dating one another. A lot of options for jobs for Brandi. I mean, she's not going to be hurt for her new mother. Congratulations to her and their daughter. I just think that she's going to do good wherever she goes. And I'm sure she has plenty of endorsements and deals and etc. So she'll be fine. Cody, I would love to see what he does next. I don't know. I'm not going to lie. If he does go back to WWE, let's just say the Raw after Mania, Cody debuts and I don't want to say immediately is inserted into a world title, WWE championship, or a Universal Championship feud. Could it be something we build up to maybe heading into next year or in the coming months? As don't forget, WrestleMania next year is in where? Los Angeles. We saw The Rock this past Sunday at the Super Bowl making introductions. Don't be surprised if he's in that stadium next year in April or end of March, I believe it would be the dates for WrestleMania 39. Hopefully to battle his cousin, the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. We'll circle back to that as well. Now, I would love to see Cody, if he does go to WWE, maybe he goes and helps elevate the U.S. title again with the Open Challenge. Maybe bring that back. You know what? Scrap that. I gotta say this. Okay, there are rumors going around that Shinsuke Nakamura is going. Well, we know he's going to lose to Sami Zayn this coming week on SmackDown. Sami Zayn is going to be Intercontinental Champion, probably walking into WrestleMania, as he won't go to Saudi, obviously. Okay, Sami Zayn walks into WrestleMania, fights Johnny Knoxville for the Intercontinental title. Let's just say it looks like Johnny Knoxville probably is going to beat Sami Zayn to be the Intercontinental Champion. Okay, let's have Johnny Knoxville vacate the title because the Intercontinental title was dead. It should be buried in Saudi Arabia with the remains of Bray Wyatt the Fiend, because he was buried by Goldberg. Now, let me see. You have a open tournament to decide a new Intercontinental Champion. You have the Forbidden Door is open. The Open Intercontinental Championship Challenge. Who walks through the Forbidden Door as a secret contestant in the first round? It's Cody Rhodes. The crowd goes crazy. Help SmackDown as they need more top guys outside of Roman, Drew McIntyre, I guess Brock Lesnar, I guess Ronda Rousey now, Charlotte, whomever. Out walks Cody. Cody gets through the tournament, wins the inaugural the Intercontinental Championship tournament, and he's your new Intercontinental Champion. He does open challenges each and every Friday, helps build up the title, has meaningful feuds with Ricochet, Happy Corbin, Madcap Moss, Drew McIntyre. Even you could throw in a Cesaro, you could throw in a Sheamus, eventually work up to Roman, as I said, Shinsuke Nakamura, Sami Zayn. There are guys he could work with. Maybe if he does go back to WWE, he wins the Intercontinental Championship tournament I say they should have after Knoxville beats Sami Zayn and vacates it. He wins the championship final, wins the Intercontinental Championship. Maybe it could lead into something that could happen at SummerSlam, but if it's after WrestleMania, it probably would be something that we could see, like I said, maybe heading into the summer months, as the WWE in the summer sometimes takes their foot off the gas. But let me know your thoughts. Cody and Brandy are leaving AEW. I wish them the best. Thank you for what you've helped create with AEW being the best promotion in the world. We wish you guys the best. Congratulations on your family. I'm sure this isn't the last we've seen of Cody and Brandy and the Rhodes family, and Dustin is still contractually employed right now under AEW as a performer and a backstage trainer as well. Love you guys. Tap in, hit that like button. Helps out the video, helps out the channel, helps out myself and the rest of the Flex Zone family to create more videos and content like this, bringing you breaking news. Share this video to somebody you like, you don't like. Subscribe. Please subscribe to the channel. We're getting closer to our goals. We want to grow the channel, keep giving you great content like this, as I said. And don't be surprised if we continue to grow. We want you to check out all our old videos and interviews and segments and Goofy and so much for everybody. Something for everybody on this channel. We love you guys. We appreciate the support. We want to keep growing. Hit that bell, like this video, subscribe. And if you want to donate to the cause, as you can see in the ticker down below, cash tag, if you're on Cash App, the Flex Zone 1. Ideas, want to be a guest, part of this show, this experience, want to do a video with myself, have ideas, want to be a guest on our main podcast, the flagship, Mondays at 10 p.m. on YouTube. The Flex Zone 1 at gmail.com. Cash tag the Flex Zone 1 if you would like to donate to the cause. We appreciate it. Follow us at the Flex Zone 1. Again, we are the only place giving you your sports how you want it when you need it. I'm God's favorite host, the host with the moist, Byron Dixon. We're the head of the sports podcast table. Acknowledge us. Remember, if you want to donate, cash tag the Flex Zone 1. Hit that like button. Hit that bell. Subscribe. We appreciate all the love, all the support. Flex Zone family. You'll probably catch me again later this week. The WWE Elimination Chamber event in Saudi is coming up this Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time from Jeddah. I will be doing my prediction and preview later this week, so bear with me. Hit the bell for notifications, like the video, make sure that you are the first to watch it and get the predictions as we can engage in debate, and make sure that we give our opinions. Hey, because we want to hear what you got to say too, America. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. I'll be looking out for you guys to tap in with me Monday 10 p.m. Check out our podcast. Like the video, share, subscribe. And, hey, appreciate you guys. Until next time, I'm going to get out of here. This coming week, I'll be doing a preview for Elimination Chamber. I talk all things wrestling. Hit me up if you wanted to discuss it. Want to join me one day. Like, share, subscribe. We appreciate you guys. Much love. Thank you for the support. We're growing. And until next time, I'm Byron Dixon, your host. The only place giving you your sports how you want it when you need it. The Flex Zone. And we gone. See y'all later this week for that WWE Elimination Chamber preview.